Hi everyone, I'm Evan Silverstein, and I'm excited to tell you about a new feature we added, which is exhibit placeholders. Sounds simple, but it's actually really helpful, especially when it comes to collaboration. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's say you're preparing an affidavit, and one member of the team is responsible for drafting, and another member of the team is responsible for collecting the materials and bundling everything into a digital binder. Zibbit now supports this type of workflow, and it's with the help of exhibit placeholders. So I want to show you what that process looks like. Let's assume we are the person who is drafting. So to get started, we're going to click Create Project. Now we're assuming we don't have the materials at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and hit Skip. And we're going to skip the template option as well for now. Hit Finish. And here's where we're going to start adding our placeholders. So click this button. And if you've seen any of our previous videos, we like to keep things light. So we're going to go with frog image, keeping it in theme with our logo. So here's our first placeholder exhibit, and we're going to continue drafting. So if I scroll down, we're referring to the frog in the second paragraph. So let's insert a reference to this exhibit. So there you go, Exhibit A is linked to this placeholder, and we want to include a couple other placeholders. So we're going to hit this plus button, and this time we're going to add multiple placeholders at one time. So we're going to add two, and we'll go with water lily image and robot image. Hit save. Okay, and now we're going to continue drafting. So we're referring to the water lily in paragraph 1. So I'll insert a reference there. And we're referring to the robot in paragraph 3. So let's go ahead and insert that reference. Okay, so everything's looking good. We have all our exhibit references. So we have all the benefits when it comes to, dealing with a revision. So if we want to move the robot to the top of the list, we can simply move it up and hit sync, and that's going to make sure all our labels get relabeled and all our materials get reordered to accommodate this change. So everything's looking good here, and we're just about done with the drafting. But before we switch over to the bundling side of things, I want to show you, if we click into any of these exhibits, in the toolbar we have this exhibit properties button. And here's where we can change the display name if we like. If we want a bookmark label that's different from the display name, we can specify that here, and that'll appear in the digital binder. And we can also include notes. So let's go back. And okay, let's say we're done drafting and it's time to pass this over to our colleague who's going to link all these placeholders to their respective files. So to do that, there's a couple options. You can click Add File from this menu here, or in the toolbar, we added File Manager. So you can click on that, and this gives you a nice overview of our materials and whether they're placeholders or not. And one other option is you can click into these exhibits here, and this is going to provide a little bit more information, which might be helpful when you're deciding what file to link. So first of all, you can look at the details. So if there's any notes here, that can be helpful. But another thing is we can toggle through our exhibits, and what Zibbit is doing is highlighting in the document where we're referring to those exhibits. So the robot is appearing in paragraph 1. If I switch to the next one, water lily is in paragraph 2. And the frog image is in paragraph 3. So that can definitely be handy. And okay, but we're just going to stick with the overview and wrap this up. So let's add the robot image. Let's add the water lily. And let's add the frog image. And you can see it's clear now. All our exhibits have files associated with them. So basically ready to publish at this point. The last thing is, since we're preparing an affidavit, we're just going to want to apply the affidavit template. And that way, each of our exhibits will have a slip sheet before, well, two slip sheets, the stamp page, which will say tab A, and the notary page. So let's go ahead and do that. Click on templates. Here is our affidavit template. Click apply. And it's telling us we have some information to provide, and this is to make sure that our notary page is populated correctly with the affiant, the affirmation date, all this stuff here. But we've already provided some values, so we're just going to click cancel. And let's finish this up. Let's click publish. So here we have more options, but everything's set up since we're using that template. So let's click publish again, hit save. And Zibbit is now combining our draft document with our materials. Here's our digital binder. If I scroll down, you can see our references are all hyperlinking. And if I open up the bookmarks, we have bookmark for each of our exhibits and the body of the affidavit. If I click onto the first one, here is that stamp page. Here's the notary page, and it's using the information we provided when we applied the template. And finally, here is our robot exhibit. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.